Get ready for high school action on the place for local sports, The Score. Brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college. Over 40 academic degrees and certificates and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dog fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. By Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta Vassalboro line. PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Joseph's Market, Front Street, Waterville, famous for fine meats. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue, Waterville, serving the Central Maine community for over 100 years. And by Computer Improvements, Water Street, Skowhegan, your headquarters for computer maintenance. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
Good afternoon, live from Jerry Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow. It's high school football here on The Score. This afternoon, the Winslow Black Raiders taking on the Madison Bulldogs. I'm Mike Violet. A.J. Knight is alongside, and right now we hit it just in time for our national anthem.
Stand for the playing of the national anthem by the Winslow High School Cat Band.
So we'll take a break and come back right after this.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
All right, welcome back to Jerry Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow. Mike Violet and A.J. Knight back here live on The Score. Winslow Black Raiders marching band with our national anthem, and we're just about set to go. The Black Raiders opening up with a 25-7 win over Old Town last Friday night, so a good start for them. Meanwhile, Madison in the process of rebuilding, blown out by Poland, which happens to be the alma mater of my son. 46-0, the final score. My son, who played in his senior year at Poland, and they went 0-9.
they've come a long way thanks to his inspiration.
They won
obviously.
again last night. They're 2-0 so far on the season. But we've got two programs. Winslow, of course, is Winslow. Madison is not in the space that Winslow has been, although the Black Raiders certainly the last couple of years not at that championship level, and their numbers are down significantly, only 23 in uniform here today. But the Black Raiders, no question, are ahead of where Madison is right now.
Yeah, I think, one of the things we've been tracking is seniors, but I think Winslow had a better season than Madison last year, who won their season opener and then unfortunately lost 8 straight and were outscored 425-48 in those 8 losses. But, you and I were talking pregame. Winslow's record last year doesn't quite tell the whole story because there was a big injury in the season opener.
Yes, Matt Kirian went down after rushing, I believe, for 191 yards, and it might have been 3 touchdowns. He broke his wrist in the season opener last year and missed the entire season. After that, Kirian is back. We have had the coin toss. The Black Raiders have won the coin toss, and they're going to take the football. So a new trend apparently starting there in winning the toss and receiving. But Matt Kirian is back. You'll see him today, those of you watching on our live stream at 1160thescore.com and centralmainsports.com, wearing number 33. He is an outstanding running back, one of the best in the state.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch because, like I said, we've been tracking seniors because there's this weird coincidence, I guess you would call it, in Central Maine sports, it seems this year, that there's just not big senior year classes across a lot of sports. 7 seniors for Madison. This is an important number here, Mike. 4 offensive linemen, 5 defensive linemen out of those 7 seniors. For Winslow, 6 seniors, 1 offensive line, 2 defensive line. And I think we've seen in the 2 football games we've covered this far how big having experience in the trenches has been in those games.
Yeah, and we saw it again last night with what we had of the game between Coney and Skowhegan. Coney with an experienced offensive line, and it showed. To kick off today for Madison is Jacob Holinsky. Back to return, Matt Kirian on the far side, Liam Fortin wearing number 14 on the near side, and we are set for football from Raiderland, brought to you by Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion at cmcc.edu. Holinsky has the signal, and we are ready to go. Foot into ball. We are underway. It's going to be right through the 5-hole, all the way back to the 3-yard line. Scoops it up, tries to recover, gets a block, almost a clip to the 10, 15. Look out! He's to the 30, and Fortin, after a near disaster, turns it into a magnificent run back to the 42-yard line, a 39-yard kickoff return after what looked to be a debacle.
That's I believe they call that a no, Mike. No, go.
Incredible, almost accidental, if you will. And they spot him out at the 42. So make it, 39-yard return. And Winslow 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line for Isaiah Costigan at quarterback. Double wing, fullback tight to the formation. The give to Fortin, left side has a hole, 45, and Liam Fortin to the 49, just a yard shy of midfield. And that is a gain of 7. It will be 2nd down and 3. So Winslow off to a good start.
Yeah, I mean, after you saw what he did on the kick return, I think I'd give him the ball a couple times myself as well.
So 2nd down and 3. Madison with 4 men on the line of scrimmage. Double wing again for Winslow. 2nd down and 3. Costigan. Wing back is Kirian. Kirian from left to right. And finds enough room there with a lot of bodies around to snake his way through for the 1st down and into Madison territory. But quickly, an injury. A Winslow player is down. And down for Winslow is William Parent, the tight end. And he is writhing in pain. He is hurting for sure.
Yeah, it's always tough, especially obviously in this wingback formation, right? Going to be a lot of bodies packed in close to the line of scrimmage. I think really easy to possibly get rolled up on. And let's not negate, too, it's another hot one today, Mike.
It is very, very warm today. Game time temperature 84 degrees. The humidity in the 70% range as Wes Littlefield walks out to take a look at his tight end. So, unfortunately, we have an injury timeout on the field in the first minute of play with Winslow with the football. 11-12 to go in the first quarter. No score as of yet. And we will take a timeout and be back after this on The Score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, Manufacturing Manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Nothing brings people together like good food, so when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta, so there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards, so be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Back here live at Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow, William Parent sitting up now, and a couple of Winslow players have come out to provide shoulders to get him off the field. Parent very gingerly trying to put some weight on that left leg, but really not able to, so he is lugged off the field. Matt Curian helping out there along with Jacob Garcia to get him off the field. So the Winslow starting tight end out of the game. Now the Raiders already without their quarterback, Tucker Pomerleau, who was injured in the preseason against Mount Blue. So they're down to their backup quarterback and now down to their backup tight end, as coming in is Patrick Lubier, a freshman wearing number 5. So trial by fire there.
We already talked a little bit in the pregame, Mike, right, how a lot of these schools, we haven't seen big senior classes, and then we've seen the rosters be in the 30s. Now you start talking about losing 2 starters when you have only 30 people on your roster. It really starts to quickly test that depth.
Yeah, actually, there's only 23 dressed today, so they are really down. 1st and 10, Winslow at the 46 for Isaiah Costigan. His fullback, Nick McCann, wearing 36. Wings to either side, 4 down linemen for Madison. 1st and 10, 46. On the counter, it's Curian. Curian outside. Curian hit, stood up after a short gain of about 3 to the 43-yard line. In on the stick for Madison there was 66 Billy Wheeler.
Yeah, the key for Madison in this one, right, you're going to see a lot of eye candy. There's a ton of people back there. You're going to see a lot of crisscrossing. Can you stay in your assignment and keep it to like those short games and put Winslow in a position where they have to throw with their backup quarterback?
All right, Costigan over to the sideline to get the play from West Littlefield. 2nd and 7, Raiders from their own 43, scoreless here as we come down to 10 minutes to play in the first quarter. Madison 0-1, Winslow 1-0, and man, they're taking a lot of time calling that play. See if they can get this off. Actually, Costigan is not going to be the quarterback. He is going to flank out wide left, and Fortin in the shotgun will be the quarterback. Curian, the eye back behind him. 2nd and 7. It's Fortin keeping it himself. There's a hole up right tackle, and he is to the 35 as he is thrown to the ground, but not before he gets a first down. Jacob Olinsky with the tackle, so they go direct snap to Fortin at quarterback, and Fortin a first down. They spot him down inside the 35 at the 34.
At 4 total carries now for the Winslow team, 23 total yards. 5 yards a pop will work.
So 1st and 10 at the 39. It definitely will. 4 yards in a cloud of dust. 5 yards in a cloud of dust is better.
Fortin staying in at QB.
He is. It's Costigan wide to the left side and Costigan wide to the right. That's Davian. So 2 Costigans, direct snap. Here is Fortin. Fortin weasels through to the 30. Sort of waited there to see if anything would open up. He's tackled by Brody Strouts. He did get 5, though, a very subtle 5, if you will, so it'll be 2nd and 5 at the 29.
Yeah, I wonder if the pace, obviously Winslow wants to run, but I wonder too, Mike, you talk about the roster limitations, so that slower pace, right, try and melt the clock down and kind of really grind this game down.
All right, Fortin from the shotgun in what essentially is almost a shotgun wishbone. Well, now offsetting is the fullback on the play. Now the turn, the give to Curian, and Matt is to the 26-yard line, going to set up a 3rd and very short as they try to break Curian loose. And Helinski on the tackle, 25-yard line is the gain, so it'll be 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Liam Fortin over to the sidelines. Coming in is Patrick Lubier now, the backup tight end, and checking out is Davian Costigan, the senior.
I bet the House are going to run the ball here.
Boy, you are a riverboat gambler, aren't you, AJ? Wide to the left side, Isaiah Costigan. They come out double wing. The wing right is Broderick Bimson. On 3rd down and 1. They give to the fullback. It's stacked up, and I think the ball came out.
No, Fortin kept it.
Oh, he did? Okay. I missed that. I
think he wanted the handoff, but then when he got stuffed, Fortin just hung on to it.
Well, then that ended up being one wise move by Fortin to keep that football because the fullback got stood up, and there was nowhere to go there for Nick McCann. So Fortin makes the right decision, gets a 1st down to the 23. And Winslow knocking on the door of the red zone. 1st and 10. Ball right in the middle of the field. McCann the fullback and Curian the I-back, a traditional I formation. 1st and 10 from the 23. Fortin turns, and second man through Curian. Curian tries to bounce it and can't to the outside. He is wrapped up at the 20-yard line. Short gain on the play of 3 on the tackle there for Madison, Colby Carpenter.
Yeah, in there, the nice little misdirection as the fullback 2 times has been faked to, quote-unquote, and gotten stuffed. Heads-up play, though, by Fortin, really, I think, showing comfort in handling the ball because we saw last night, right, first play of the game for Coney, a pitch, and it gets thrown short, and it's a 5-yard loss. Luckily, Coney doesn't turn it over, so credit to Fortin for this comfort with the ball.
2nd and 7 from the 20 for the Black Raiders. 6:20 to go in the first quarter, but Winslow at the door of the red zone from the I. Fortin sets him down. The turn, the give, he keeps. No. And he is to the 16-yard line. He turned, faked to the fullback. Had Curian as his option back, but kept it. And he gets to the 16, so a gain of 4. And it will be 3rd down and about 4.
How about the eye candy Fortin trying to show that Madison defense, right? You got the fake hand up the gut, sort of faked the handoff to Curian and then tucked it himself.
So it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Raiders. Fortin with the play from West Littlefield. Ball on the right hash. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. No score, but Winslow threatening here. All right, wide to the right side, Isaiah Costigan. They'll come out I formation again. 4 men on the line of scrimmage for Madison. 3rd and 4 from the 16. Fortin keeps, now cuts right back through the line of scrimmage. You got a great block from McCann, and McCann sprung him for the first. And it's going to be goal to go at the 9. So 7 yards by Liam Fortin, and it was McCann with a really nice lead block to spring him.
Yeah, how about that? He didn't hand off to the fullback and then kind of stood up and said, oh, there's a hole there, and then just ran right behind him.
Yeah, Nick McCann can clear a hole like that. He's a big boy.
There's no doubt about that. Curian not small at the halfback position either.
And Matt's been pretty much a decoy here in the first quarter.
Yeah, 4 carries, 15 yards. It's been Fortin, 6 carries, now 33. Those are the only 2 that have touched the ball.
1st and goal from the 9. Receiver to either side. From the shotgun. Here's Curian. Curian with a hole, cuts through it, cuts back to the left heel, waltz in for the touchdown. Matt Curian with a 9-yard run And Winslow goes 61 for the score, and they lead it 6-0.
How about that cutback? Just talking about his size, but how about that vision there?
Absolutely a huge factor on that play. Hassan Hobby will attempt the extra point. Fortin will hold. Raiders getting lined up here. And Fortin ready to put it down, and now we've got a whistle and a delay. There's no timeout called, but the official was over the ball, so now we're all set. So Hobby will attempt the conversion. Snap is good. Fortin gets it down. Kick is up, and it is good. So Hobby with the conversion, 4:24 left in the first quarter. Raiders draw first blood. They take the opening kickoff. They burn more than 7.5 minutes on the clock, and they lead it 7-0.
Yeah, doing that, just running the ball. Fortin and Kirian. Fortin 6 carries, 33 yards. Kirian 5 carries, 24 yards with a touchdown.
And a great start by Winslow doing what they want to do, running the football. No passes at all attempted on that drive. They even changed quarterbacks
right?
about halfway through it and did not miss a beat.
Yeah, I think Fortin, you see just this comfort handling the ball. We saw just, eye candy, but if you can buy yourself a little extra space, maybe the difference between, 3 yards and 6 yards. But his comfort with the handling the football, I think, was on full display there after he took over under center.
So Hassan Hobby will kick off, and back deep to return for the Madison Bulldogs is Brian Donnelly, a junior. He was the deep man on the near side. You got Pablo Giddings, and on the far side, Brody Strout. So Hobby ready to kick. Looks like Winslow's found themselves a kicker.
I bet he's on the golf team, or was on the golf team.
For those of you who don't know, I'll explain that reference after this kick. Here's the kick by Hobby, low but some distance. And on the return for Madison Donnelly at the 10, 15, 20, 25. Look out! Open field! One man to beat, it's Hobby! Down the right side! Hobby will not catch him! And no, he does catch him! What a great return by Brian Donnelly, and Hassan Hobby never gave up. I might have, but he didn't. And Donnelly takes it down inside the 5 at the 4.
How about that? One good kick return apparently deserves another.
82 yards on the return. I had it 82, they had it 86. You can pick which one you like best.
I thought he ended up on the jump, landing close to the 10, so I believe you are correct.
All right, let's go with 82. So first and goal for Madison, and Brody Strout at quarterback. Strout with Colby Carpenter behind him at running back. And first and goal, direct snap. They hand to Carpenter. Carpenter right side. Little bit of a hole, flag down. Good chance this is coming back on our first penalty of the game, and I suspect it is holding on Madison. It is. So the Bulldogs actually had a good play there, but maybe it was a good play because there was holding.
No, speculation, Mike. I call speculation. But, Madison here, the one thing you don't want to do, right, is not score. You have to score a touchdown, especially. You're obviously not going to burn a ton of clock because your team is in the 15 already, but you got to score. You got to keep pace.
All right, so a 5-yard penalty there. So it's first and goal at the 15, they call it. First and goal at the 15. Strout. High snap, he got it to Carpenter, and then the Winslow defense just swallows Carpenter whole. And a loss, maybe 2 yards back to the 17. Winslow just pouring over that far side of the offensive line. It was a sea of black and orange.
Well, there's one thing the Winslow defense ought to be good at. It's run defense, considering they go against their offense all the time, right?
Indeed. All right, second down and goal. Backed up at the 17 now is Strout. Has 2 receivers left, one to the right. And we got a whistle.
Looks like false start from the line, Judge.
It is illegal procedure on the offense. So Madison had the ball goal to go. Now they're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, they've run one official play. It went from 1st and goal at about roughly just inside the 10. Now it's 1st and goal from the 20 or 2nd and goal from the 21.
Not a good trend. Trending downward. Wide to the right side for Madison, Spencer Richard. Wide to the left side for the Bulldogs, Aaron Rodgers. Not that Aaron Rodgers, the Aaron Rodgers for Madison. High snap, Strout flips it right side, caught there in the flat. Little juke move there by Giddings. And Pablo Giddings, a decent gain down to the 12-yard line, a gain of about 8. And it gives them a shot on what will certainly be 2-down territory.
Yeah, Pablo there, he stepped out of bounds, so they blew it dead. He doesn't step in bounds. That was a nice inside move. He probably scores.
Yep, he had a shot. All right, Strout with the play from head coach Danny Mooreshead. And it is 3rd down and goal at the 12. 3rd and goal, wide to the right side is Jaden Horton. Wide to the left side, Spencer Richard. The running back is Carpenter. Strout on 3rd and goal from the 12. And something went awry there. Strout wanted the ball. The center didn't snap it. Winslow jumped. And it's going to be on the defense. So Madison catches a break. So should be half.
Wait, it was at the 12. Shouldn't it just be at the 7?
Yes, that's where it is.
Okay, it's a little bit. It looks close to 6, but yeah, tough angle. So we'll say that the refs got it right.
All right, so offside's the call. And so it is 3rd down. A goal snap is over Strout's head. Has to run back and get it. And after retreating, a huge loss on the play back to the 25-yard line. A loss of 18 yards. And Madison was in business inside the 10-yard line. Now they're facing a 4th and goal. They officially spot it at the 24, a loss of 17.
They had a great kick return and pretty much have done nothing but go backwards.
4th and goal from the 24. Wide to the right side is Horton. Wide to the left side, Spencer Richard. Carpenter, the running back, snap that is on the money. Lofted down, man open, and it's caught at the 7-yard line, shy of the 1st down, though. A falling catch by Nathan Cornforth, but I believe he is short. He is.
Heck of a catch there.
If the ball had led him just a little bit more, he would have gotten a 1st down. But Madison shoots themselves in the foot. They have a goal-to-go situation and cannot take advantage of it. Winslow takes over on downs. 1st and 10 at their own 5.
11-yard line, 1st and 10.
First and 10, they spotted actually at the 6.
What a weird just sequence post a nearly house call on a kick return.
Yes.
Just nothing. The penalties back up and a heck of a throw. Kind of a 500 ball. And like you said, there was a chance there. He puts that a little farther. That even if he has to reach out, he just falls into the end zone for Madison.
Exactly. Now we got a whistle. We got a timeout by Winslow. West Littlefield wants to talk about it. We'll take one, too. 2:09 to go in the first quarter. Raiders on top. It's Winslow 7 and Madison nothing. We will be back after this on The Score.
Nokian Tires, available at 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro. Your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust. Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Plus, 201 Tire Battery and Service is a state inspection station. They have batteries and accessories, including custom battery cables available. And of course, those great Nokian tires. 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
All right, timeout over. Back live here on The Score. And back at quarterback is Isaiah Costigan for the Winslow Black Raiders. Fortin is in the backfield, a full house backfield. The pitch to Kurian. Pulls it down, a high pitch. Matt Kurian trying to get it outside and can't. Only to about the 11. Got 5, which certainly is a fine gain, but it looked like there could have been more. Let's reset things here for you. 1:55 to go in the first quarter. It's brought to you by Midstate Machine. If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 1:45 left first quarter, 7-0 Winslow, as the Raiders look for their second win, and Madison tries to go to 1-1. Our score reset brought to you by Midstate Machine. 2nd and 6. They call it a 4-yard pickup. 2nd and 6. Costigan under center with a power I formation. 2 tight ends. Winslow really running it tight. The pitch to Kurian. Block out in front by Fortin. Kurian to the 15. Blast to the 17. Gets pushed back. But I believe he's got the first.
Yeah, and again, the pitches haven't been great, so Kurian's had to adjust. But the big thing, I think, Mike, is it seems like Kurian specifically in this drive has been able to get almost to the second level before he runs into contact.
First down for Matt Kurian in Winslow. And it's 1st and 10. They spot it at the 18. As we roll down to 1 minute left in the first quarter.
For the Winslow offense now, 13 offensive plays. Every single one of them are rush, and they've totaled 69 rushing yards with a touchdown.
One team has thrown the ball today. That team is not the Winslow Black Raiders. They have gone old-fashioned here, and that's the way they stick with it. On 1st and 10, full house backfield. The turn, the give to Kurian. Matt off left tackle, and nice job by the Madison defense to gunk that play up. And leading the charge, Nathan Cornforth, the big defensive end. Also Carpenter in on the stop, and actually a smidge of a loss on the play, about half a yard.
Yeah, I think nice job there, I think, by Madison, right? Just kind of following the flow of the play. They went with the fullback and just gunked it up, like you said, and the pursuit was able to get Kurian down.
And Winslow will not be able to get a playoff before the end of the first quarter. So that's it. 1 done here at Jerry Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow. Our score, the Winslow Black Raiders 7 and the Madison Bulldogs 0. You are listening and watching high school football on the place for local sports. Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades. And Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts. So your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
I will, and we are back. Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and the lovely Ashley running our camera here this afternoon. We are live at Jerry Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow. 1 quarter in the books. Raiders with a 7-0 lead as they went 61 yards for a touchdown. Matt Kurian scored. Bobby with the extra point. That's where we are. Winslow after, I don't want to call it a 4th down stop as much as I want to call it a 4th down stop by Madison. They stopped themselves.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the penalties were one thing. That high snap, though, minus 17, that'll 17. Do any drive.
That crushed them. 2nd and 10, Winslow from the 18. Now Fortin at quarterback in the shotgun. Direct snap, has a pitch man, and a late pitch and a loose ball, and Kurian, no. Did he get on it? I don't think so. Or is it a pass? That's the question.
I think it was backwards. We'll look at the replay here.
If it was backwards, all right, they're ruling it an incomplete pass.
Actually, yeah, you're correct.
Yeah.
That was forward. Good call, Mike.
So it was a forward pass, so therefore not a live ball, so therefore it's incomplete. A lot of therefores there.
But therefore, you were right.
So it's 3rd and 10 on that incomplete pass. 3rd down and 10. 7-0 Raiders. Coming up at halftime, which is brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, the scores from last night and halftime scores and such from today. a night of postponements last night, including our game at Augusta. 3rd and 10. Snap to Fortin. Fortin down after a gain to the 22. Not much there. The Madison defense after that first drive is stiffened up. And we're going to get a punt.
Nice job by Madison. Like you said, not now officially there has been a pass, but obviously it was sort of inadvertent. So nice job by Madison, who showed some, I think, something you can work with in the passing game on the last drive.
And Donnelly, who returned the kickoff by Winslow, 82 yards, and nearly broke it until he was run down by Hobby, is going to be the deep man for Madison on this punt. And Danny Mooreshead, Winslow with some jockeying around, trying to get the right people in. They may have to take a timeout.
Yeah, it still looks like there's confusion.
This is taking a lot of time. Hobby does the kicking all the way around, and he is standing at the 10. Donnelly back at the 45. Snap is good. Not a great punt. Donnelly on the go, knocks it down with his shins, 45-40, and once again, Madison's going to be in good field position as Donnelly fights like the devil to get to the 35-yard line. He returned it about 9 yards. And again, Madison's going to have good field position.
Nice job by Donnelly. Those watching the stream, I don't know if you saw, but while he got stood up there, Kirian then started ripping at the ball, and that's a tug of war I wouldn't want to be involved in, but a nice job by Donnelly to make sure that he's able to hang on while he gets the whistle to stop his forward progress.
So Donnelly returns it to the 35 officially. And it is 1st and 10 for this Madison offense. Brody Stroud at quarterback. Carpenter is his tailback. Receivers to either side, and Winslow looks like they encroached, and they did. Jumping off sides for the Black Raiders, Jacob Garcia, so Madison gets a free 5.
So now 2 penalties each, both 10 yards.
Winslow, 5-yard penalty. It'll be a 1st down and 5.
So 1st and 5, always a fun play call for Strout, again with Carpenter behind him. Hands to Carpenter, a lot of open space. He angles to the right, a flag down. This is going to come back.
Yeah.
Boy, there was a lot of room there, and Carpenter able to get to the 27, but this is going to be holding on Madison.
Yeah, that one, nice job by Winslow, even though there's a holding penalty against Madison to close it up, because I saw the same thing I thought there's an open lane to the sideline, and this is trouble.
Right, he just couldn't get there and square up. So a penalty on Madison, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and they're back to the 40. So 1st and 15, clock running, 10.5 to go in the first. 7-0 Raiders.
Yeah, so we went from your lot of fun to call play on 1st and 5 to not as much fun on 1st and 15.
Exactly. 1st and 15, wide to the right side, Spencer Richard. Wide to the left side, Jaden Horton. It's a little more challenging on 1st and 15. Hand off to Carpenter, and Carpenter swallowed up after a gain of a yard. Nick McCann on the tackle, along with Matt Kirian. Also in on the stop there for the Black Raiders was Broderick Bimson.
Give him 1 on that one. Curious to see if it was a situation where they were just so far backed up in the previous drive that Madison just had a little bit more space to operate with. But again, 2 for 2 with 27 yards is a good start in terms of passing for your quarterback.
All right, Twins left, 1 to the right. Shotgun eye formation, the handoff up the gut. It goes to Helinski, and Helinski is down inside the 30 to the 28. So they bring Jacob Helinski into the backfield, and he rips off a nice gainer. And Helinski sets up a much more makeable 3rd down and 5. A 9-yard pickup.
Yeah, Madison liking to spread the problem and kind of running out of that spread formation with the 3 receivers. The problem really to this point has been trying to get outside. Those receivers have held.
All right, Twins right, 1 left. Carpenter back in the game at tailback. Strout from the shotgun. Winslow will rush 4. Flip in the flat. Pass is caught by Giddings. Breaks a tackle, 20. He's going to score! Pablo Giddings, touchdown! A 30-yard touchdown play, but a flag, and now another flag. So hold on. What is that call?
I missed the signal. I was running the replay there. Unfortunately, our angle's kind of cut off.
The signal by the official looked like a delay of game, but obviously that's not the case.
Waiting for an announcement here.
They're not going to give it to you. It's a 15-yard penalty. So Madison has a touchdown off the board. I don't know what that call is.
Yeah, he just did it again to the sideline, and that's the delay of game penalty or signal.
Looked to me, that's for sure. So it's 3rd down and 12, and Stroud in trouble. We got another flag down. And speaking of down, so is Brody Stroud. And we've got another penalty. And it is on Madison, and I'm sure it will be refused. Let's see if we can figure out what this call is. Madison's taking a timeout. Before we take it, we'll wait for the call. The official
they took the penalty.
Yep, I'm surprised.
It did move him back 2 additional yards. So it was I think it was a 10-yard penalty.
So no call indicated. So we'll keep it right here.
So it should be 3rd and I think they have to get, what was it, the 25? So it's 3rd and 7 or 18 it looks like.
Yep, 3rd and 18 sounds good to me. So 3rd and 18 it will be. So Madison continues to hurt themselves with penalties. And I wish I knew what the last 2 were, but I don't.
Yeah, the signal, or you're right, when you put your hands flat on top of each other, that's delay a game, isn't it?
I thought it was.
So a little bit confusing. Wipes a touchdown off after a really nice stiff arm on that play by the Madison receiver.
Yeah, Pablo Giddings with a nice little tightrope walk down the sidelines.
And that's one of the things, Mike, one of the things that I would like to see, I think, some more programs, right? That's not a, I don't want to say it's hard throw. I don't want to diminish because it's you're playing quarterback at a high school level, but that's a nice throw I'd like to see, I think, more teams attempt. Just a little flare out, build some confidence, and get your guy in space.
All right, after the timeout, 3rd and 17 for Danny Moore's Heads. Madison Bulldogs from the 43-yard line of Winslow. 2 to the left, 1 to the right, and rolling that way is Stroud. He throws it in the flat. It's caught by Cornforth, and Cornforth, the tight end, is out of bounds at the 37-yard line. So a short gain, and it will be 4th down.
I was waiting to see there because he dropped it, and so I was waiting. They marked the ball down, so they gave him the catch, and I think it just rolled out of bounds.
So they put him at the 37-yard line, so it's 4th and 2. Obviously, Madison's going to go for it. Excuse me, not 4th and 2. It's 4th and 12. Beg your pardon. 4th and 12. Twins right. Running back is Carpenter for Brody Stroud. Rolls right. Gets a block. Lobs it, and it's caught by Giddings. No, he did not hang on. He almost made a terrific catch. I think they've got to find a way to get to Pablo Giddings more, and it's turned over on downs.
That was a heck of an attempt there on the stretch, but he just couldn't get his feet down.
Sure was.
That's like that's the last 4th down, right? 2 spectacular plays on 4th down, unfortunately just not enough.
So Winslow takes over on downs, 1st and 10, with a 7-0 lead. Looks like Fortin will come back at quarterback. Yep, because Costigan is going to flank out wide left. 1st and 10, Winslow from the 37. Out of the eye, McCann the fullback, Curian the tailback. 4 down linemen for Madison. They've got about 10 men in the box. The turn they give to Curian. Curian hit by Carpenter after a gain to the 40 of about 3. And right now, Madison almost daring Winslow to try and throw, which they've not done yet.
Yeah, the only official pass technically was a pitch that just ended up going forward. So statistically they have, but really not.
2nd and 7 from the 40.
But at this point, right, I know you want to play I think you just leave your corner one-on-one, and like you said, Mike, I'd stack 10 people up in the box and almost double up the gaps.
All right, from the eye, 2 tight ends. And 10 men up again, 9 men up again, that is. The turn, the handoff to McCann, and that is easily stopped by Madison.
Yeah, it looked like Fortin almost tried to pull that one back out as the fullback got stuffed there, but just couldn't because those big old arms just swallowed up the ball.
All right, timeout on the field. Raiders take a timeout. 7:23 to go in the first half. The score, Winslow 7, Madison nothing. This is high school football on the Score.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations.
All right, back here on 3rd and 7 after the timeout, a counter play, and Fortin breaks it to midfield. He gets 10 on a double handoff, and Fortin gets the first down. And Fortin gets some help up. Gimpy tries to run it off, but Liam Fortin a little bit banged up. Winslow's already lost their starting tight end, William Parent, and of course they've already lost their starting quarterback in preseason, Tucker Parmelo. Kirian gets a first there, 1st and 10, just at midfield. And Fortin gonna have to come out. And ready to come in and replace him is Davian Costigan.
Interesting to see how this changes because Fortin, obviously, I think much more skilled as a ball runner.
Isaiah Costigan at quarterback, double wing. McCann the fullback. On 1st and 10, hand to Kirian. Kirian inside, and Matt is bottled right up after a gain of about 1.5 yards.
Stood up by a whole bunch of
I can't disagree with him. Stood up by a whole bunch of Madison Bulldog defenders.
There's not been a more true commentary.
That actually is quite appropriate.
And I think you're Madison right, especially with Fortin on the sideline. I think if I'm the coaching staff, that's what I'm saying. Find 33, get 33.
2nd and 8 from the 48, 6:25 to go in the first half. Winslow 7, Madison nothing. Tight on the formation. Double wing. McCann the fullback. Costigan sets him down. Look at this. He's going to throw it, and it's intercepted. It is picked off. And down the sidelines is Cornforth for the touchdown. But a flag is down. 2 are down.
Yeah, there's going to be a block at the back as you watch the replay here. Kirian got blasted unnecessarily from the backside.
There was nobody within 30 yards of Cornforth. No need to block anyone. Oh.
And I think that's going to wipe a pick 6.
A critical mistake by Madison on a Nathan Cornforth pick 6. Just wow. Cornforth with a great play in the flat, picked off the first legitimate Winslow pass attempt of the game, and Madison with no need to try to block at all. Now the question is, that came after the interception.
Yeah, it should be Madison ball, right? They just, because the quarterback's on the field. It just unfortunately wipes off a penalty as you get a 10-yard penalty that also it negates a pick 6.
So it'll be a Madison ball at the 35. Worse things could happen, but not much worse.
Well, especially as Madison offensively has struggled to consistently not march backwards.
All right, Strout is confused. The Madison offense is confused, and they take a timeout. All right, 5:52. We aren't confused. We will take one. The score, Winslow 7, Madison nothing. Back to Jerry Poulin Memorial Field after this.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
All right, after the negated pick 6, Madison takes over at the 35-yard line of Winslow, and after the Bulldogs timeout, hopefully clearing up their offensive confusion, although players still shuffling in and out.
Now that's 2 touchdowns now for Madison that have been wiped out by penalty.
Strout on 1st and 10 from the Winslow 35. Play fake in the flat, and it's dropped. Giddings, who you want to get the ball to in the open, they tried to. That was very close to being a backwards pass. Flag down. What a shock.
Second down and 10. Penalty marker on the field.
And holding on Madison.
Just can't stop from going backwards.
The hits just keep on coming.
Holding on Madison.
So my guess is about to be 1st and 20. Yep.
So, 10-yard penalty, back to the 45-yard line.
7 penalties, only 53 yards for Madison. The thing is, 2 penalties have wiped out 2 touchdowns.
Yep, very significant. 2 receivers to the left, one of them Giddings. He's the slot man. Wide to the right side is Horton. Strout on 2nd and 20 has Carpenter in the backfield, breaks a tackle. Carpenter to the 41-yard line before Kirian hauled him down. Also in on the stop there for the Black Raiders, Davian Costigan.
Nice job by Carpenter. That looked like it was going to be a significant loss there. He ended up turning it into a 4-yard gain.
40 yards, it'll be second down and 16.
2nd and 16.
So if you've been following the script for Madison, what's going to happen is they're going to get a nice play here, then a penalty, and it's going to be 4th and a mile, and they'll get about 3/4 of a mile on 4th down and turn it over. That's how it's gone for them today.
2nd and 16 from the 41. Twins left, 1 to the right, same formation. Carpenter is the tailback. He gets the give. Carpenter, nothing. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage on the stop there for the Black Raiders, Seth Bard.
Yeah, I think Carpenter ran into some traffic, but I think he also lost his footing.
So it'll be 3rd. 16 yards to go for the first down. Third and 16.
Important for Madison. No, you don't have to get 16 here. You're in 4-down territory. 7 to 12 would be spectacular.
Horton wide, Giddings in motion. Let's see what this is. They fake a jet sweep. Strout in trouble, flips it down. Cornforth there with the catch at the 30. He's a big target, and he has got good hands, as we have seen today. And Cornforth with the catch at the 29. You're right, AJ. They didn't get all of it, but they got a lot of it.
How about that? And again, it's been spectacular fashion there. Finally, Cornforth comes down with that one.
I think you got to throw it to 13 and 88. So 4th and 4. They pick up 12. 4th and 4. Cornforth out of the game. They go Twins left, 1 right. Running back is Holinsky. Play fake. Left side, ball is caught by Giddings. Cuts inside, first down. Giddings has great feet. breaks a tackle. He's going to score. Not a flag in sight.
And like you said, Mike, get it to Giddings.
Giddings, a 29-yard touchdown catch and run, mostly run, and it's 7-6.
And again, that's the same play that was called back on penalty. A stiff arm there. He's able to make the first man miss, but a stiff arm, that's pretty much what happened the first time.
So Madison goes 35 yards for the touchdown. They'll go for 2. They come out in the same formation, except Carpenter is the running back. Madison, the hand to Carpenter. Carpenter breaks a tackle, powers in, and Madison's in front. The 2-point run by Colby Carpenter, and with 3:31 left in the first quarter, it is 8-7 Madison. The Bulldogs take their first lead of the season.
Yeah, you're right, because they got shut out in the first game, didn't they? Yeah, good call. And it's been there. We've seen it, right? It's been the penalties.
A 35-yard drive after the pick, which, of course, came after Madison had a pick 6. It was called back, but the Bulldogs convert and go 35 yards for the score. And the 2 makes it 8-7. So 3:31 left in the first half. And the Madison Bulldogs have kind of made a statement. They are not going to be a pushover.
Yeah, and how about the passing game? Right now, in the second quarter, 3.5 left, 6 for 7 for 74 yards and a score.
All right, Helinski to kick it off. It is Fortin and Curian back to return. Helinski waits for the signal. There is the whistle. Short kick. Curian comes up at the 22. 25 to the 30. 35. Look out. 40. And Curian to the 45-yard line.
Now, Curian, I think, outran his blocks to a certain extent because once he got through that first wave, there was nothing but white jerseys waiting for him. Regardless, you're Winslow. You'll take starting at your own 45.
Yep, 22-yard return. 1st and 10 Winslow from their own 45. 3:23 to work with. I believe they have 1 timeout left. And Fortin is okay. He's back in the game. He'll be at quarterback.
I think for Winslow, that's I think that's the makes sense because I think, a much better ball carrier than Costigan. So just that situation, right, where you get the hat on a hat with the QB being an actual runner.
Costigan wide to the left side. Costigan also wide to the right. That's Davian Costigan. Isaiah to the left. Out of the out of the shotgun. The turn. The hand to Curian. Matt to the 50. And that's about it. Gain of 5. Haven't been able to break Matt Curian loose yet.
Yeah, Madison's done a nice job. I mean, for Curian, he picks up 5 there, so that gives him 45 on 11 carries. So just a smidge over 4 yards per carry, which is a good, solid average. But like you said, for someone we had a spotlight on in the pregame as a possible breakout player, Madison done a nice job keeping him contained.
2nd and 5. The ball can't be any more on the 50-yard line.
Taking a face-off here for lacrosse here in a second.
Smack dab in the middle. 2nd and 5 from the gun. Fortin. Curian behind him. McCann, offset fullback. Curian left tackle. No way, Jose. He gets swallowed up by Mason Courtney. Junior defensive lineman right there with arms open, ready to haul him down, and a slight loss.
Nice job there by the Madison defense.
Madison getting after it. Got Winslow in a 3rd and 5. Raiders have tried 1 legitimate pass. That was picked off, returned for score. That was negated due to penalty. But Madison eventually converted. 3rd and 5 from the 50. Again from the gun. Costigan and Costigan flank to either side. Rolling right side is Fortin. Fortin rolls, now stopped, is in trouble. He's going to go down. Sacked at the 39-yard line. Holinsky in on the tackle along with Trevor Donahue.
All the way back to the Winslow 40-yard.
Great pursuit by Holinsky, who was hellacious in getting back there. And Winslow's going to punt. We got a timeout on the field. We'll take it too. 1:41 left in the first half. Madison has taken over a little bit in the score. Bulldogs 8, Raiders 7. Back in a moment on the score.
Are you fed up with high prices at the pump? Do monthly utility bills drain your wallet?
If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
All right, back here at Poulin Memorial Field, ready to punt. Hassan Hobby, snap is on the money. Hobby's kick, nice high spiral, and it is caught running away from it by Donnelly. Donnelly dangerous, as we know. This time he is down the sidelines, and look how dangerous he is. He's over midfield. Some playmakers for Madison. One of them is Brian Donnelly, who returned to kick off 82 yards, not for a touchdown, but down to the 9-yard line. This time returns a punt to the 47. And a 26-yard return by Brian Donnelly, who is over 100 yards in returning yardage in this game. And look at Madison. Shut out by Poland last week, 46-0. And they have got their groove on here.
As long as they can stop drawing penalties, I think they've got a chance here to go up going into halftime.
All right, here's Stroud in the shotgun. Carpenter behind him as the running back. Out in the flat, the pass is complete out there to Horton. Horton only able to get to the 44. A short gain of about 3. And Madison is going to hurry up here because they only have one timeout left, and we are down to 1:11 on the clock. Giddings is out to the left side. And they're going to go out there. He gets it. Trying to get him some space. He gets run into, though. Good pursuit by Lubier, but the good thing for Giddings is he got out of bounds. And that's the way that Madison's got to play it. So Giddings with a gain to the 41, where it'll be 3rd and about 4. Clock stopping on the out-of-bounds play. 57.3. 3rd and 4. Wide to the left is Horton. Wide to the right side is Richard. The slot man is Giddings. The running back is Carpenter. Winslow will rush 4. 3rd and 4. Stroud calls for the ball. Back to throw. Has time. Throws it over the middle behind his man. He had Giddings wide open. And I am telling you, if he catches that ball with his footwork, he's got a shot.
Not to mention a mean stiff arm.
That play was there. And so it takes 4 seconds, but it sets up a 4th and 4.
1 for 3 so far today for Madison.
And Cornforth, we saw him leave on the last series, and apparently he's hurt. No, he's back out. He's back at right tight end. I'm sorry.
It's been a minute, and he's been one of their better weapons.
So 4th and 4 from the Winslow 41. Stroud has time. Now flush from the pocket. Wrapped up and sacked. A big play by the Winslow defense. It's Lubier, the freshman, with a huge sack, and Winslow will take over on downs. So the Raiders get what they needed.
First down for the Black Raiders at their own 47-yard line.
Now technically sacked twice, minus 23 yards on 2 rushes for Madison's QB.
Yeah, that's because of that 17-yard snap.
Yeah. But what a huge play.
So Winslow takes over, 1st and 10 from their own 47 with 49.5 seconds left. They also have one timeout. And Fortin in the shotgun. Twins right, twins left. Winslow has spread it all out. Fortin back to throw, rushed. Fortin flush from the pocket, just throws it away. Man in the neighborhood.
Did he get out of the tackle box?
Excellent pursuit there. Close enough, I guess.
All right.
On the rush there for Madison, it was Alec Lehman. Also in hot pursuit, Trevor Donahue.
Credit to both defensive lines. Madison's passed the ball a little bit more, obviously, offensively. But how about Madison? They've had to play rush defense pretty much the entire first half. But, man, the few times Winslow has dropped back to pass, those QBs aren't comfortable.
They certainly aren't. 2nd and 10, 47-yard line, 43.5 seconds. Again, Twins right, Twins left. Curian the running back. They're going to run it this time. Nope, Curian went the wrong way, or Fortin went the wrong way, one or the other. It was a busted play, and Mason Courtney made sure with a tackle. Fortin turned to the left to hand the ball off. Curian went to his right.
I like that. Another 6-yard loss on a sack.
And Winslow's letting that clock run.
Or that one I would call a negative rush.
And they apparently will be content to have this game stay right here at halftime. 10 seconds left on the clock. Fortin on 3rd and 16. Does not get the ball off, and that is the end of the first half. That play should not count. I don't know if it does, but it doesn't matter.
I think you were right. I think the alarm went off before he did, which is good news because that was almost disaster.
That is it for the first half. A surprise here at Jerry Poulin Memorial Field. Our score at halftime: the Madison Bulldogs 8, Winslow Black Raiders 7. It is halftime coming up, brought to you by Hammond Lumber. We are back after this on The Score.
I came for a visit, and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and, just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Nothing brings people together like good food. So when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta. So there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards. So be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu. Nokian Tires, available at 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro. Your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust. Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Plus, 201 Tire Battery and Service is a state inspection station. They have batteries and accessories, including custom battery cables available. And of course, those great Nokian tires. 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight back here live, high above fieldside here at Jerry Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow. It is halftime of this high school football game today. Halftime is brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, find them online at hammondlumber.com. 8-7, Madison leading Winslow. The difference in the game, a 2-point conversion as opposed to a kick by Hassan Hobby. The first touchdown of the game scored by Matt Curian of Winslow. It came on the opening drive as Winslow won the toss, took the football at their own 39, went 61 yards for a score, and Matt Curian, a nice cutback against the grain, AJ, for that first touchdown to make it 6-0.
Yeah, we talked about him in the pregame. You talked about how Winslow, despite being, I think, solid last year, he had a huge opening game, broke his wrist, didn't play the rest of the season, and that kind of is part of the tape. And we highlighted him, and he got that touchdown. But Madison, I think, when we get to the stats in a little bit, has done a nice job against him other than that TD.
So Hobby with the extra point, 7-0. Then, later in the first quarter, Brian Donnelly with an 82-yard kickoff return all the way down to the 9-yard line, and Madison proceeded to go in the wrong direction. They ended up back at what? Their 30-something yard line? I forget right now.
It ended up being, I think, like first and goal from like the 27.
Yeah, they went in the wrong direction, did not score. Later on in the first half, in the second quarter, the Bulldogs, after playing some good defense, got an interception by Brian Donnelly, or was it Donnelly? No, it was
88.
It was was it Nathan Cornforth?
Yeah, I got the highlight playing right now. I will tell you, but yeah, it was 88. He was playing on the edge as a linebacker.
Yes, it was Cornforth. You're right. Nathan Cornforth with a pick took it to the house, but it was called back because of a block in the back. But the interception stood. That meant Madison took the ball over at the 35-yard line, and a nice conversion by Madison. It's the conversion happened on a 4th and 4 play, and a pass to Pablo Giddings. We've been talking all game about getting him into some open space, and they did here.
Yeah, and he already had one, right, called back via penalty as well. So for those keeping track, before we get to the stats, Madison's had 2 touchdowns, 1 defensive, 1 offense, removed because of penalty. This one, though, counted.
Yep, that counted, and the difference in the game is a 2-point run after that touchdown by Colby Carpenter to make it 8-7, and that is where we stand. Winslow got the ball back with just over a minute to go in the first half, not able to do anything with it. So Madison in the locker room, or in this case under the goalpost down to our left, with an 8-7 lead. And here with the halftime stats is being brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company is Mr. A.J. Knight.
Yeah, so a tale of 2 different offenses for Madison. Broad Stroud is 8 for 10, 80 yards, a touchdown. The team, though, 7 rushes, minus 10 yards. A big part of that, of course, is 2 sacks. 7 penalties, 53 yards, which is never good, but the big thing is that they had 2 touchdowns wiped out by those penalties. And then another unheralded factor that I don't have a spot on my score sheet for, but we will try and roughly give you the notes. I can tell you Brian Donnelly has over, I believe, 110 return yards on the day, including that 82-yard kick return we saw. Madison 0 for 4 on 3rd down, 1 for 4 on 4th down. On the other side, Winslow, passing game, 0 for 3 between 2 QBs and an interception. Running, though, Fortin has 10 rushes, 31 yards. Kirian has 12 rushes, 45 yards. He's got the score. They're 3 for 6 on 3rd down. Only 2 penalties, 10 yards, so they played a much cleaner game. Problem is that both offenses have been kind of one-dimensional at this point. Madison suffered a little bit from the penalties, but still up 1.
Rarely are you at 50% on 3rd down conversions, AJ, and behind in a game, but that's where Winslow finds themselves.
The problem is that if I remember correctly, I think Winslow picked up all 3 of those on the opening drive that they scored on. And since then, Madison has done a nice job kind of bowing its back against that rushing attack.
Yep, Madison's definitely picked up its defense, its front 7 or 8, as they've stacked the box, because Winslow has shown they really can't throw effectively so far. So they've had 9 and 10 up on the line of scrimmage. That's been effective. They haven't allowed Matt Kirian to break loose. He's averaging just over 3.5 yards a carry, if that, so they've really kept him in check. And I think that the thing that surprises me the most about Madison is they've got 3 or 4 playmakers on this offense.
Yeah, Cornflake has made Cornflake. Now his nickname now is Cornflake. Cornforth has made some nice catches on the interception. If you're watching our stream, it was sort of a pass out in the flat. He actually tipped it with his left hand and then gathered with both, so he made actually a really nice catch on the interception included. And then the receiver as well,
Pablo Giddings.
Giddings he's one of those games where he's looked really great. Unfortunately, several of the big plays haven't counted.
Yeah, I mean, but he's made them, including the 29-yard run after the catch. It goes in the books as a touchdown pass by Stroud, but it was a great run after the catch, and we have seen Giddings here the entire game. When he gets the ball out on the sideline in space, if they get it to him quickly, he's a threat.
Yeah, he's we'll call him Mr. Yak because, I mean, that's really what it is. They throw him a negative to 0-yard pass, and then a stiff arm is about all he really needs, and he's gone for about 30. He's done it twice already. And like I said, unfortunately, one of them didn't count.
He's yakking in the best way, yards after catch, that's for sure.
Not to mention he also on 4th down made a heck of a catch on the sideline, just couldn't get his foot down.
Exactly. So Madison has come here to Winslow, and after falling behind, they've kind of smacked Winslow in the mouth, and they lead by 1 at halftime. Halftime brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving you from 22 locations throughout Maine and New Hampshire. We will take a timeout, back with second half action from Winslow right after this on The Score.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Are you fed up with high prices at the pump? Do monthly utility bills drain your wallet?
If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and like just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Welcome back to Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow. I'm Mike Violet here with A.J. Knight, and I'm sitting right at my desk here so I can show you my Autism Awareness T-shirt that I am wearing today because Coney coach B.L. Lippert 7 years ago started Autism Awareness Night. I've turned it into Autism Awareness Weekend in high school football in Maine. B.L. has been a tireless advocate along with his wife for autism awareness, and last night more than 35 coaches throughout the state of Maine were wearing autism awareness shirts. This is last year's edition, by the way, that I got last year. They were wearing the gray ones last night. But here just to tell you about autism awareness. I was talking to BL this morning. There's no website to go to, and they don't have a foundation started yet, but they're thinking about doing it. But just the love and compassion with what goes with being aware of autism, those people with autism. Coach Lippert has a son with autism, and he and his wife have been working since that boy was born tirelessly for the cause. So, autism awareness, I've turned it into Autism Awareness Weekend here on The Score. So, that is the story behind this T-shirt.
Do you know where they can get the T-shirts?
If you follow Coach Lip on Twitter, he's a prolific tweeter. He has tweeted out on several occasions, if you go through his Twitter feed or X feed, whatever the heck they're calling it these days, you will find the place to get it from and probably can get a T-shirt for yourself. I think I paid $20 for this last year.
All for a good cause.
And so, yes, autism awareness. I've turned it into Autism Awareness Weekend. I know it's Autism Awareness Night, but I forgot to wear it last night.
Well, look, hey, I don't think anybody's complaining, Mike, about you wearing it a second day. I got to be honest.
Well, and at least I'm not wearing it 2 days in a row. I promise. I promise that.
In this heat, last night actually not too bad. Today,
last night ended up great. Other than the lightning, that slowed us down. As Winslow and Madison get ready to get back on the field here,
But shout out to the Coney staff, by the way, for all that. I got to be really appreciative of how well they communicated with us to keep us abreast of what's going on.
And everybody in the press box doing a great job. Got a busy week again next week. A game a day here on The Place for Local Sports. We'll start it off Monday with field hockey, Lincoln Academy at Nokomis at 4. Boys soccer on Tuesday. It's Lawrence at Winslow at 3. Field hockey on Wednesday. It's Hamden Academy at Messalonsky at 5. Girls soccer on Thursday. It's Waterville at Erskine Academy. And then another doubleheader of football next weekend. Lawrence at Mount Blue Friday night at 7. Winslow at Nokomis Saturday afternoon at 1.
Also, how about If you join in either live or under the archive, both free all the time at centralmainesports.com. For the field hockey, when we're in Nokomis on Monday, my dad not only going to be working the camera for the first time ever, going to be seeing his first ever field hockey game.
Yeah, and Nokomis, it's going to be interesting because they don't have any kind of press facility, so he's going to have an interesting day, Mr. Knight, running the camera. All right, ready to kick off here for the Raiders is Hassan Hobby. Right to left as we look at it, the very dangerous Brian Donnelly, and they kick it away from Donnelly and kick it out of bounds. And that will be a penalty, and it will be a choice here for Madison to either take it at the 35 or have a re-kick, and I assume they're going to take it at the 35, and they will. So Carpenter getting some respect right there.
A question for you, Mike. Obviously, that's a penalty. Yardage-wise, nothing? You just mark it as a penalty?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to check mark. Yeah, and I think, like we said, we would highlight it, and then right on cue, Winslow, I think, says, nah, we're good with leaving him at 110 return yards for Donnelly.
The way he played in the first half, I think that's sound strategy for sure. So 1st and 10 for Madison. And Brody Strout at quarterback. Behind him is Carpenter. Twins to the left. One to the right. The turn, the give to Carpenter. Flag down, and we're going to get holding here as Carpenter is wrapped up and thrown to the ground by Ben Thomas. And another penalty on Madison. It is holding on the Bulldogs.
Every time they've tried to bounce a run outside, that has been the same thing. That's been the thing that's happened. They have negative rush yards at half, thanks to 2 sacks, one of them a high snap. But at this point, those screen passes kind of the extension of the running game. I think I would just stick with that and then pound it on the inside.
Yep. So back to the 25-yard line they go, a 10-yard penalty. And so it'll be 1st and 20 for Brody Strout and the Madison offense.
8th penalty for Madison, 63 yards.
On 1st and 10, on 1st and 20. Twins right, one left. Strout in the shotgun, Carpenter behind him. Hand off to Carpenter, cuts inside. Carpenter able to get to the 26, perhaps the 27, not much there. Middle of the Winslow defense, sturdy there, led by Ben Thomas yet again.
Carpenter, the leading rusher now, 5 rushes, 6 yards. I take that back. There was one carry for 9 yards, but their leading rusher has 9 yards, and it came on 1. That was Helinski.
2nd and 18. All right, wide to the right side, 2 receivers, and Giddings is the slot out there. Let's see if they go to him. He goes out, he gets run into the quarterback. Oh, it's almost picked off! A dive there by Costigan as the quarterback, Strout, fumbled the ball sort of, or had it slip out of his hand as he was starting to throw it, and it did not get to Giddings, and it was almost picked off by Costigan.
Yeah, he got bumped into on the play fake there, and I think it threw it off, and so he didn't get his fingers through the laces. Nearly almost a top 10 play there of the week for Costigan.
Yeah, absolutely. He nearly made a terrific interception. Same formation on 3rd and 18. Strout to throw, gets a block, steps up, fires, and it's almost picked up, but it goes to Giddings, breaks away. He dropped the ball! Pablo Giddings not even hit, and he fumbled the football. I don't know if he was changing hands, but he looked like he was going to score.
I mean, wow.
I've seen it all.
As you're watching the stream here, we got a nice long replay of that, but wow.
Broderick Bimson with the fumble recovery. Unbelievable. Giddings probably was going to take it to the end zone. Instead, he fumbles it. Winslow recovers. So the Raiders, talk about dodging a bullet. A touchdown interception called back, and now a pass completion that was probably a touchdown results in a turnover. And Costigan at quarterback. To Kurian. Kurian off right tackle, and he is to midfield. A gain of 5.
And how about that? That was the first 3rd down conversion because he picked up the first down, but he just dropped the ball.
Just wow.
Mike.
Just wow.
Yeah.
We need to find a sponsor for our wackiest play of the game because that would have won it right there.
Yeah, you are correct. Like, we've had some unusual ones.
2nd and 5 from the 50. Costigan at quarterback, tight formation. Kurian gets the give off the left side this time and gets good yardage into Madison territory. A gain of 7, maybe 8, and a first down run for Matt Kurian. He's a tough runner.
I think for Winslow, right, that's it. Get him going. You got to get 33 going.
Yep, because not only is he a powerful runner, he can break away.
That's his 14th carry. Mike predicted over 20 touches, 57 yards all on the ground.
Well, he's on the way, that's for sure.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Winslow in Madison territory. Officially at the 42. Again, power I. Costigan sets him down. Here's Kurian yet again. 15th carry of the day, wrapped up by Strout, but not before he got to the 40. Also in on the stop for Madison was Bradley Lavasser.
Nice job by Madison there, getting enough penetration. You forced Kurian to have to make a jump cut in the backfield, right, and slow down his momentum.
A gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
40-yard line, it'll be 2nd down and 7 yards to go.
Man, that's just Madison's day, just going back to that fumble loss, miscues. I mean, just the definition of shooting themselves in the foot.
That's the story of the day, A.J. There isn't any other.
Yeah.
Still got some football to play, though. Still a quarter and 9 minutes. It is 2nd and 7. Kurian getting some workups. The ball is out. It popped out there at the end. You watching on the stream may have seen it. Madison says they've got it. The officials agree.
How about that one? That ball just shot straight up in the air. Kurian slow to get up. He took a shot.
He did. He got belted. And the ball belongs to Madison at their own 40. So the Bulldogs, after Giddings just flat out dropped the ball, running for a touchdown, dodge a bullet and cause a turnover.
What? Wow. Wow.
The wackiness continues. Madison 1st and 10 from the 40. Somebody's going to win this game, I think. 8:44 left in the third. Strout, a play fake in the left flat. Giddings with that stiff arm breaks a tackle, cuts to the inside, has midfield, and he gets him help there from Jaden Horton, who kind of grabbed him and pulled him forward, but Giddings is a playmaker.
And again, that might be the most devastating. He hasn't been able to stack 2. But Giddings' first stiff arm might be the most devastating stiff arm in high school football.
That is a Heisman Trophy-worthy stiff arm, is it not?
I would agree. I mean, he's done it successfully for 100 yards after the catch now, unofficially.
1st and 10, Madison in business at the Winslow 47. Giddings is the slot right. Horton is wide. Strout. Again run into by his fullback. It's caught by Giddings, but Costigan right on him and a flag down. And Madison's got to clean that up. Giddings has got to get the ball quickly out there. And they have to clean up the penalties, another holding call, so it doesn't matter anyway. But too many collisions in the backfield with the quarterback.
Well, not only what you said, Mike, about you got to clean that up to help your defender. I mean, he's hanging it up, too, when that gets chucked up there. Giddings just making a nice adjustment to make sure his quarterback doesn't throw a pick.
And he needs to throw that ball with more speed on it. But
yes.
The play disrupted when you run into your own guy. It just makes everything discombobulated.
Another 10 yards on Madison and penalties.
1st and 20 now at their own 43. Giddings is slot right. Now goes in motion across the formation. Jet sweep, they give it to him, and he's tied up and can't break away. Winslow defended that well. The jet sweep to Giddings. Making the tackle, Seth Bard, who's made a ton of them today for Winslow. So they lose 2 more. 2nd and 22.
Interesting play call. I'm definitely not against one of your best playmakers getting the ball, but I think in that situation, you just do Winslow a favor because they're going to watch the motion man, and they're already highlighting 13 on defense for what he's done. So I think that's just getting, a little bit too cute in play calling.
All right, 13 coming slot right again. Wide right is Spencer Richard. The running back for Strout is Carpenter. He gets the give. On the pitch, cuts inside, gets wrapped up, makes it to the 50, and that's the end of that. And it was McCann on the stop for the Raiders. Good play by Nick. And getting to the 45-yard line is Carpenter, and it sets up 3rd and long.
Carpenter just became the leading rusher for the Bulldogs now. 6 rushes, 10 yards.
That says a lot right there.
Madison has had no luck whatsoever running the ball, and they've been pretty solid passing. It's just the penalties.
3rd and 19. Giddings is wide left. Actually, no, that's not Giddings. That's Horton. They throw to it, picked off. It is intercepted by Winslow. It's Broderick Bimson, who's got a fumble recovery and now a pick. He threw it right to him.
And the mistakes just keep piling up here. Who's going to play cleanest in the second half?
Who's going to make the last mistake?
Yeah, that or that. That is a good call.
And Winslow on the Bimson interception. 1st and 10 from the 44. The wackiness continues.
That is now 3 total turnovers in this 3rd quarter. And we're not even halfway through.
6:41 to go. All right, Fortin is the quarterback. He had his left ankle taped at halftime. Watching on the live stream can see that left ankle. On 1st and 10 from the 44. Fortin looking to throw, gets blitzed. Levinsky, and Helinski, that is, wrapped him up. A handful of shirts, and Helinski with the sack. Boy, he was shot out of a cannon.
That's, I think, the 2nd official sack, though they have had tackled Fortin a couple times for a loss here.
Jacob Helinski with the sack and a loss of 6. Helinski with a big play, 2nd and 16.
Madison, I think you can see they started that adjustment in the 2nd quarter, Mike, but not only, obviously, they running downhill, I think they're just starting to try and find holes and pressure Fortin.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Isaiah Costigan is wide to the right. Davian Costigan is wide to the left. Offset eye in the backfield. Winslow doesn't like what they see. Timeout is called. We'll take it 5:53 to go in the 3rd quarter. Madison 8, Winslow 7. You're watching high school football on The Score.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
All right, Wes Littlefield has his say with his offense, and Isaiah Costigan ready to run this play here. 2nd and 16, Winslow at the 50. They trail 8-7. 5:53 to go in the 3rd quarter. Costigan turns, hands it to McCann, right in McCann's belly, and right on his back is most of the interior line of the Madison defense.
A whole bunch of Bulldogs.
A whole bunch of Bulldogs led by Billy Wheeler, who has been a menace today in the white and blue. He's a good one.
Yeah, credit to Madison, right? Because, the first play, the first drive of the game, Winslow kind of wears him down, very time-consuming drive, scores a touchdown. But it seems like as the game's gone on, Madison's trenches have actually gotten stronger.
Yeah. 3rd and 15 from the Madison 49. One to the right, one to the left in the eye. They pitch it out to Kurian. Kurian, look out! Room outside 40. Here he goes! Matt Kurian, it's a foot race down the sideline, and he's caught, no surprise, by Brian Donnelly.
And how about that? Kurian for the first time finally gets some space on the outside.
Unofficially 44 yards on the run by Matt Kurian. From the 45 down to the 5-yard line. So it is a 44-yard run. And Winslow in business, first and goal at the 5 with 5:01 to go in the third. They trail 8-7 as Curian finally breaks free. Matt now in the eye. Fortin the quarterback. Fortin turns and going to run the option and throws it and flips it, and it's caught by Curian. That's a completed pass. Nothing pretty about it, and Curian down near the 1.
That's actually the first completed pass by a Winslow quarterback.
And it gets them down to the 1-yard line. So a gain of 4. It is second and goal at the 1.
Second and goal from the 1.
And how about, again, going back to that play call, Madison, I think Winslow doing a nice job taking advantage of the aggressive of Madison, collapsing the inside with that fake fullback handoff, and then pitching outside to Curian, who just won the foot race.
Costigan wide to the left, Costigan wide to the right. Fortin going to run the quarterback keeper. They push him in. Touchdown, Winslow.
Nothing too fancy about that. Get that big fullback and Big Matt Curian behind you. Just give you a push.
And Fortin rolls in for the score. It's a 1-yard run.
Now it looks like they're going to go for 2 here. A little longer discussion, but I think they're going to go for 2 to go up 7, or try to go up 7.
So Fortin to the sidelines to get the play from West Littlefield, and Liam Fortin will come out and try and engineer this 2-point conversion. From the eye, a traditional formation, Fortin sets him down. Going to go throw, and it's knocked away by Cornforth, so it's no 2-point conversion. Not even a pass attempt. So the 2-point attempt is no good. And with 4:05 to go in the third quarter, Winslow is scratched back in front. They lead at 13-8.
How about that? Cornforth having a heck of a day both ways.
He's an athlete, too.
And that one kind of just I'm not really going for the sack, just more so letting you know I'm here.
And that could be a significant play. Extra point dodgeball going on here. And a touchdown now by Madison will put him in front. So Winslow regains the lead 13-8. As they take it in. Keyed on a 44-yard run by Curian.
Yeah, again, just credit. I like the call by Winslow there. Madison really, I think, starting to have their way with the line of scrimmage. They faked that fullback handoff, and I think sucked the Madison defense in, and then get Curian kind of one-on-one, and he just is able to get around and win that foot race down the sideline.
Hassan Hobby ready to kick it off. Back to return the ever-dangerous Brian Donnelly. They kicked it out of bounds last time to avoid him. Let's see what Hobby does here. Kicks it away from him, but Donnelly is going to get a chance at it on a hop at the 13, to the 15, to the 20, 25 to the 30, and he is flipped up at the 32, and a flag is flipped out as well by the side judge. So this is probably going to come back. Stop me if you've heard this before.
That looked like block in the back, I believe.
That's what it is.
So I believe 10 yards again, right? So now Madison has 10 penalties for 83 yards.
Have you and I seen some penalties this year or what?
Yeah, we have, for sure. 10 is trending up there. I think the Skowhegan-Wyndham game, I think Skowhegan finished with 11, or they got close to it.
This is our third high school football broadcast. We have to be at 50 penalties combined.
Yeah.
In the 3 games. All right, Brody Strout, 1st and 10 from the 27. Calls for the ball, hands it off on the right side. Carpenter, not much there. Off right tackle, a gain. It is Ben Thomas. Also into the stop for Winslow is Jacob Garcia. For those of you watching on the stream, number 51, Garcia.
Winslow's done a great job against the run. Madison's passing game has kind of been boom or bust. It's either been a touchdown or a penalty, really. And then you have the dropped fumble on a no tackle whatsoever.
So it is 2nd and 9. Strout sends 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Fake handoff in the flat. There's Giddings. Giddings with the catch. Good defense by Costa, but Giddings doesn't go down easy. Gets positive yardage out of it. Not much. But Lubier, the freshman, has played really well today for Winslow, and Patrick Lubier over there to smother that play. And it'll be 3rd and 5. So, I'm saying it's 5. No, it's 4. He's right.
A long 4.
You know, I admit when I'm wrong.
That's respectable.
I think that's a sign of incredible maturity on my part.
Yeah, on that call, though, like you said, 5 yards, a hard 5 yards, 2 broken tackles, and nearly a third to pick up 5 yards.
All right, Giddings will be slot right this time. From the shotgun, wide to the right side is Jaden Horton. Running back is Carpenter. They throw it. It is caught over the middle by Horton, and Horton can't hang on. Oh.
Not only was that a first down, Mike, that's a foot race.
That reminds me of Kadarius Toney Monday night in the Chiefs game when he dropped a ball literally right in his hands.
That still shot is brutal. They shove that
still
still shot.
Isn't it, though?
It looks like he catches
awful.
it, and then it says, this is a pick 6.
Just awful. So 4th and 4, that was just awful, unfortunately, for Madison. And they have to punt. And punting for the Bulldogs is Jacob Helinski. High. Fair catch is called, and a fair catch made by Matt Kirian at the 43.
I mean, the question you asked, Mike, I think is going to be valid. Still, obviously, 2 minutes plus here in the 3rd and the 4th, but it may come down to who makes the last mistake.
Yeah. I mean, I mentioned it, and I think it has some validity. So it's 1st and 10 Winslow at the 43. And the end of the game, the most important statistic in this one's going to be who made the least mistakes and who made the most mistakes.
And on that subject, we were talking about the total number of penalties we've seen this season. Winslow only has 3 penalties on the day.
1st and 10 from the 43, Costigan back at quarterback. Fortin now playing wing, gets the give. Fortin to the 45, not much more to the 46. So Costigan takes over at quarterback. Carpenter with a tackle at the 46, a gain of 3.
Now, Fortin picked up the touchdown that last drive. He's now got 13 carries, 29 yards, but those have been affected because he's been sacked for 16 total net loss yards at QB as well.
2nd and 7, Winslow from the 46, $1.50 to go in the 3rd. They lead 13-8. Costigan, double wing. McCann, the fullback. Handoff left to right, Kirian. Kirian angles, gets to the 50. That's the end of that. A wave of blue and white is there to haul him down. Matt Kirian, tough running inside. And one of the leaders of the pack there, Brian Donnelly, up from the secondary to make the stop. He's a football player.
Kirian done a nice job hard running and done a nice job inside. And Winslow, I think, suck in the defense, but definitely try and get Kirian outside.
3rd and 4 from the 50. Costigan on a keeper, and it's blown dead.
I don't think they were set.
This will be a dead ball foul on the offense. So a 5-yard procedure penalty. They were not set. Eagle Eye AJ with the call.
Center there tapping his ear there, talking to I think one of the tight ends, telling him he couldn't hear him. They were all leaning. I think that they were showing they were going to QB sneak before they called it.
All right, so 3rd and 9 now, backed up at the 45. 3rd and 9, 53 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. 13-8 Winslow. Costigan, double wing. Fullback is McCann. Wing right, Fortin. Wing left, Kirian. Raiders with 2 tight ends. The turn, a play fake. Back to throw. Costigan, man is open. It's overthrown. Broderick Bimson was open all by his lonesome at the 25-yard line. The ball overthrown.
Yeah, I mean, he could have set up camp underneath that one. It was a great play design or play call for sure from Winslow. Costigan just couldn't get it there. And, take a little heat off Costigan. He hurled that to make sure he led his receiver. His receiver, I think, slowed up trying to wait for it.
And guess who's not coming on the field on 4th and 9? Hassan Hobby. You know what that means. Winslow's going for it on 4th and 9 at their own 45.
Interesting here, though. It looks that Donnelly dropped back. Somebody from Madison is way back.
He's coming up.
Come back up.
He's coming up. Winslow from the shotgun here. Fortin is going to quick kick, and it's blocked! It is blocked! And Madison is in business after a blocked punt at the 19-yard line of Winslow. They tried a quick kick. They would have been better off going in regular punt formation. That fooled nobody. And Madison, talk about being in business. They spotted at the 20-yard line.
How about that one? I just again, Mike, like you said,
wacky.
Who's going to make that, and who's going to make the last? Who's going to make the last mistake?
Downright wacky. All right, Brody Strout at quarterback on first down. Handoff goes. It is Holinsky. And Holinsky gets a decent gain down to the 16, maybe the 15, and that is probably going to run the clock out here in the third quarter. So now they're going to stop the clock.
Yeah, there's a Winslow player there, slow to get up, number 51.
Yep, it's Jacob Garcia, so they stop the clock. Garcia maybe a little woozy. And he's going to come out. So there will be one more play here in the third. It is 2nd and 5. Just inside the 15. Clock will start. They will get a playoff. The turn, the give, Donnelly in the backfield, and Donnelly to perhaps the 12-yard line. And that is the end of that. So, third quarter in the books, and Madison with a chance to take the lead. Right now they trail, though. The score after 3, Winslow 13 and Madison 8. This is high school football on the Score.
Nothing brings people together like good food. So when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta. So there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards. So be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight back here at Jerry Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow. 13-8 Black Raiders, but the Madison Bulldogs inside the red zone here as we start the fourth quarter. And local sports on the Score brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. 3rd and 4 for Madison here at the Winslow 13-yard line. Brody Strout sends Horton wide to the right side. Giddings, the dangerous one, is slot right, and Madison another. Ooh, it's encroachment. Nope, it's not. The official pointed the wrong way. He pointed toward Madison, the line judge, but it's procedure on Madison. I thought the Bulldogs got a break, but they didn't.
That is the 11th penalty by Madison. FYI, for those keeping track as we start the fourth quarter here, I only have 15 penalty slots on my stat sheet. Just so we're all clear.
3rd and 9 from the 19. Strout going to throw it. Man is open down there. It's in the back of the end zone. It's dropped. Horton was there. He could not haul it in. He was open. Nice throw by Brody Strout. And it's incomplete for Jaden Horton. Man, that was close. How many near misses have we had in this game?
I mean, you had how about the dropped fumble? A bunch of them. That was a nice pass. I think you could have taken maybe a little bit off of it in terms of that rainbow, but comes right down the chute.
So 4th and 9, another big play in this game. 4th and 9 from the 19. Giddings is slot left. Jaden Horton is wide left. Back to throw is Strout. avoids the rush, now looks to run, breaks a tackle, can't break the second one. Finally, he is clobbered on the defensive play there by Winslow, by Lucas Spencer, and that is the end of that. So Madison, again, fritters away another opportunity to score.
Again, and the same thing as their first drive, right? Almost looked not quite the penalty yardage, but they get deep into Winslow territory, get a penalty back up, and can't execute.
So Winslow at their own 17-yard line, holding on that series there by Madison with a 13-8 lead. Let's see what they can do. 11:50 to go. There's a lot of football to be played.
Madison now 1 for 8 on third down, 1 for 5 on fourth down.
Not good numbers. All right, let's see. It's going to be Fortin at quarterback. Costigan will be wide to the right. Costigan will be wide to the left. McCann and Curian in the eye. On first down, in the belly of McCann, flag down, fumble. The ball came out. It's recovered by Madison. But wait, there's a flag. I'm pretty sure it's on the offense. And Madison will get the ball. It is procedure on Winslow. It will be, was it a dead ball foul?
Head judge was just about to mark Madison. He says Madison ball on his signal.
All right, so it's waved off.
Madison declines the penalty.
So the penalty declined, and Madison, guess what? They're back in business, baby.
1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the Winslow 17. On a fumble by McCann. The wacky factor, the wacky needle has been buried in this game.
That's, I believe, the 5th turnover.
Shotgun, back to throw Strout. Going to lob it up there. It's up for grabs, and it's caught. Touchdown! Jaden Horton! Boy, that looked like a 50-50 ball when he threw it, but Horton was in the clear.
500. I mean, but again, he was so wide open that it didn't matter.
So Strout, a 20-yard pass to Horton. And guess who's back in front? Madison 14-13. Winslow with
a
missed extra point try. They went for 2. Madison's going to try to get 2 here. And go up by 3. Strout in the gun. The handoff. Inside, no way. Carpenter is stuffed. And it will stay where it is. So 11:39 left in the fourth quarter. And Brody Strout with a 20-yard touchdown pass to Jaden Horton. The 2-point run. No good. And Madison back in front 14-13.
Good gosh. All over the place, Mike. All over the place. Yeah, 5 total turnovers because each team has an interception. Winslow has now lost 2 fumbles, and Madison has lost a fumble. So 5 total turnovers, with 4 of them happening in this half.
The teams are staggering on the field. I feel like I'm staggering up here even though I'm sitting down.
I'm just trying to keep track of all of it. I mean, for those of you that don't follow 1160 The Score on Facebook or haven't found the website, I'd suggest it, one, because you can stream everything we do live, see the schedule there, free. You can find the vault on centralmainsports.com. But then on the Facebook, our Instagram, our Twitter, Mike Violet is going to have nearly 24 highlights, I think, to share from this game.
This is going to be crazy. This game will be talked about Monday morning on Opening Drive. You can bet your boots on that. A short kick. And Curian eventually at the 25. 30 to the 35. Curian dangerous, of course, and look at him go all the way to the 45-yard line. A flag down, of course.
Yeah. At this point, Mike, I think that if you had a flag, it'd be just the throw, because I think we're really starting to rack up the mistakes here. I think you see hands on knee. It's a hot day again today. Rosters are small. You start getting tired, you make mental mistakes.
Yeah, neither team is deep. They're both in the low 20s as far as roster size. And the penalty on Winslow.
I missed the signal.
I believe it's a block in the back.
Yeah, it's definitely a spot foul because he was up near the 45.
Yeah. So back at the 25, so a nice return by Curian, wiped out. Ashley, if I get in the way of your shot, smack me. Okay? Thank you. 1st and 10, Winslow. 11:33 to go. There's a lot of mistakes that can be made in 11:33. Wide to the right side, Costigan. Wide to the left side, Costigan. Fortin in the gun. Going to run it all the way. Trying to get a block from Kirian. No way. Madison all over it. And leading the charge there, Colby Carpenter.
Yeah, I think for Winslow, not their game, but I think you're going to have to find a way to either A, get Kirian on the outside again, or you're going to have to find a way to complete a pass or two here because Madison is just running downhill.
All right, Fortin with the play from West Littlefield. 2nd and 10. Temperature still in the 80s. It is a very warm, humid day for week 2 of the high school football season. Costigans to either side. Liam Fortin in the shotgun. McCann the fullback. Kirian the tailback. Again, a keeper all the way, and no way is that going to work either because right there was Spencer Richard.
And how about that? Richard, no big man by any stretch, but not only did he shed a block, got low and took Fortin down.
These Madison boys playing like Madison boys. I mean, they are playing tough football.
Heck of a play there.
With a very limited roster. They got their heads handed to them by Poland last week, 46-0, and they have flat out shown up today.
Well, how about the response, too, after giving up that opening drive?
Yeah.
Where Winslow,
we were thinking they were just going to get crushed.
Yeah, Winslow just goes down and kind of browbeats them a little bit into the end zone. Madison has bowed up and played great defense since.
3rd and 7. Fortin under center in the eye. The turn. He's going to keep it himself, and he pounds up but only gets to the 32, and that's going to be about 3 yards short of a first down. And Hassan Hobby's coming in this time. There's not going to be a quick kick here.
I would think after a block that rolled backwards, 30 yards? I think I would avoid that too.
So Hobby will kick, and a dangerous Brian Donnelly back to return.
Yeah, Donnelly sitting on about 115 return yards. Might have a chance here.
Snap to Hobby. High kick, Donnelly at the 41. To the right side, gets a block, and that's a legal block to midfield, but there's another illegal block ahead of that, of course. And a pretty good return by Carpenter is going to be wiped out.
I like how you made sure to point out because he got in front of him and shoulder to shoulder. But then right on, again, Madison, another penalty.
But somebody had to ruin my party.
And again, now at 12 of 15 penalty spots taken up by Madison. I only have 15 on my stat sheet.
Hot take for me right now, that is something you're going to go overtime on.
You think so?
Yep.
Well, we've got 9 minutes
You're going
left.
overtime on 15 penalty slots on your score sheet.
Even with the penalty, though, Madison's still really good starting field position.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from their own 40 after the punt. Brody Strout with Colby Carpenter in the backfield. Twins left, one right. Winslow will rush forward. It's going to be Carpenter right side. Gets outside but can't really square up. He squirts ahead for a little bit but not much. And a late hit maybe?
I think you're right. That
a flag out late.
Or somebody said a no-no word.
I think it's somebody hit somebody off that white line, over that white line. Personal foul on the Raiders. That's what it is.
So you get a 3-yard rush, and now you're going to get 15.
So a costly penalty by the Raiders on Carpenter, who was already out of bounds. And here's the step off. All the way back, or all the way up, I should say, to the Winslow 42-yard line. So a huge, huge penalty there. 1st and 10 for Madison, leading 14-13 at the Winslow 42. Strout turns, hands to Carpenter. Carpenter cuts inside. Carpenter breaks a tackle. 2 hands on the ball. He's being very careful. And he is to the 36.
Nice cutback there by Carpenter. I think Carpenter kind of the workman's running back, right? Nothing you would say I think is super flashy, but just does what he's supposed to do.
A gain of 6. It will be 2nd down and 4. 8:20 left in this one.
Now here's the question, Mike. Madison has really not been able to run the ball, but this is a time right where you really want to try and take the air out. Can you do it when you need to?
All right. They tried it with Carpenter last play. Let's see what happens here. They're going to do it again. Carpenter can't break a tackle. Scored it up a little bit, but excellent surge there by Lucas Spencer of Winslow to slow him up.
Carpenter, nice job there to make it a minimal loss. But nice pressure there by Winslow. That's what we're talking about. I mean, he's got 10 carries now. Carpenter does 20 yards as a team. They've got 14, I think, total yards on about 17 rushes.
All right, 3rd and 5. They lost a yard there. 3rd and 5 at the 37 of Winslow. Strout in the flat, and it's incomplete. And, again, Strout, he's wiping his hand with kind of a slippery-looking pass that Giddings had no chance to catch. It's too bad because there was room.
Yeah, and that's, no surprise there. And Winslow, I think, catches a break on that because he had plenty of space there. I think that's an easy first.
So, guess what? We got another 4th down, 4th and 5.
1 for 5 today, Madison is.
Madison at the 37 of Winslow. 7:26 left in the ball game, in regulation anyway. It's 14-13 Madison. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Giddings the slot. Helinski is the running back. Trying to jump him off sides. And now they take a timeout. Timeout on the field. They tried and failed, so let's see what they do from here. 7:26 to go in this one. It's Madison 14, Winslow 13. Back in a minute on The Score.
Nokian Tires, available at 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro. Your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust. Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Plus, 201 Tire Battery and Service is a state inspection station. They have batteries and accessories, including custom battery cables available. And of course, those great Nokian tires. 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro.
The Madison Bulldogs and the Winslow Black Raiders getting down to the nitty-gritty in a mistake-filled grinder, I think we can call it. Madison on top here, 14-13. They came out on 4th and 5. Tried to draw Winslow offsides. That did not work. Brody Strout took a timeout. Let's see what head coach Danny Morsehead comes back with here. Will they run a play or will they punt? I think they're going to run a play, and I think they should run a play.
I agree. I mean, if you're Winslow, you got to spot 13. I'm going to guess he's going to be in the slot. Really interesting thing, though, is tight end for Madison really made some nice plays, I thought, early, and they just haven't found him.
Yeah, that's really. Nathan Cornforth, who's tight left.
Found him since.
Strout in the shotgun, has Helinski out in front looking for a block. Strout a little slow to get out there, and he was way too deliberate trying to get to the corner.
I agree.
You got to come out of your stance and just go for it, and it is going to be yet another 4th down turnover by either Madison or Winslow. This time Madison. We have had a ton of 4th down turnovers here today.
Yeah, Madison now 1 for 7 on 4th down, 1 for 9 on 3rd. As Winslow takes over here trailing, just FYI, they went 3 for 3 on 3rd downs in their opening drive. They're now 4 for 9.
Wow. Another wow for this one. 7:19 left.
33. Got to find Carey. He's got 18 carries, 109 yards, touchdown, a fumble loss, but Winslow got to find him.
He's wing left here, 1st and 10. From the double wing, there he is. Off right tackle. Cornforth turned him inside, then grabbed some jersey, but he still gets a good gain. Does Matt Curie into the 41. That's a gain of 7.
And again, that'll work there.
Yep.
I talked about, I thought that Winslow needed to maybe find a little bit of success in the passing downs passing plays because Madison sort of downhill. But if Kierion's going to pick up 7 for you on the opening carry, that'll work.
2nd and 3. 6:50 remaining in the 4th quarter. Winslow at its own 41. Again, Double wing, McCann the fullback. Isaiah Costigan calling signals, turning, handing, right side sweep again. It's Kyrian, and he's got the first. He's to the 48. And a first down, another 7. Gobbled up there by Kyrian.
Yeah, nice job again turning him inside. Unfortunately, he turns inside and then runs for 5 more yards. He's now got 122 yards on 20 carries.
Quietly had a really good day.
And again, with a touchdown, but also a fumble lost.
1st and 10. They officially spot it at the 47. Same formation. Madison with 9, 10, almost 11 men up. Kyrian yet again, and Kyrian gets inside. He broke a tackle by Strout, who missed him. And Kyrian on his back, doing a somersault almost out of the tackle. And he gets another solid gain of 4.
Yeah, and again, how about, I thought we talked a little bit about Madison. It seemed like their trenches were getting stronger as they kind of fired off the ball and were doing a nice job getting penetration. Here on this drive now, seems like it's gone back the other way. Winslow getting some push, and Kyrian kind of been able to push for 4, 6 yards.
2nd and 6 from the 48 of Madison. Costigan. Handing off to Fortin. Fortin with that gimpy angle and a lot of jersey wrapped up there. And the tackle made. Good job hanging on there by Mason Courtney, who grabbed a handful of jersey and didn't let go.
Yeah, that was the difference, I think, in a 1-yard gain and potentially a first down there.
Yeah, Ben Thomas for Winslow might have gotten smacked in the head, their tackle. He was holding his head after that play. 3rd down. And 4. 3rd and 4 from the 46 of Madison. Bulldogs up 14-13. 4:50 to go in the 4th. Costigan calling signals. Double wing. Little pitch, then a handoff back to Fortin. He got stuffed. And we are going to have yet another 4th down. They did the double pitch. Kyrian to Fortin. And Fortin with that bum ankle. And a little gimpy again, as you can see out of the tackle.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, from your vantage point, Mike, I think Kyrian keeps that. He's got a chance for the first down. I thought he had some space on the outside.
And Fortin trying to walk that ankle off. Had it wrapped up at halftime after apparently twisting it, spraining it in the first half. 4th and 3 from the 45-yard line. 4th and 3. Actually, I think it's 4th and 2. From the 45. They need the 43. Double wing, fullback McCann. Madison all packed in. Costigan hands to Kyrian. Hit, breaks a tackle, has the first. He was hit initially in the backfield, and Carpenter knows he missed a golden opportunity to end that drive. And Kyrian, on the other hand, broke the tackle.
What a big run there. No, I think, and not only that, too, everyone knows who's getting the ball there.
Kyrian inside the 40, 1st and 10. Winslow going to stick with the same formation. Double wing. Madison all packed in defensively. 1st and 10 from the 40. Kyrian in motion. It's kept by Costigan. Pitch to Kyrian. Tries to go outside. He does, but he cannot walk that tightrope. And he goes out of bounds, twisting at the 31, but he did get 9, almost 10.
Yeah, you're not kidding. There's a little bit of twinkle toes there. That's 6.
All the momentum, though, with Kyrian was going to the sidelines, and he couldn't bring it back.
Now he's got 23 carries, 139 yards.
Well, I said he'd get 20 touches.
You were correct. I think he might get a few more. He's going to possibly flirt with 30 here.
2nd and 2. At the 31. Costigan, double wing. Kyrian goes in motion. The handoff to McCann. It opened up for him, and McCann, a big bruiser, down to the 22. Nick McCann.
That was, I think, a really nice play call. They brought Kyrian in motion before the play, and Madison completely shifted to find him, and McCann was able to run for 8.
That's exactly the way you draw that play up, and it worked to perfection for West Littlefield. 1st and 10 from the 23. Clock down to 3:10. 14-13 Madison. Handoff Curian trying to get inside. Ball's out! And I believe Fortin got back on it. That's the second fumble by Curian today. And Fortin's ankle is getting tested for sure.
Way to go, Fortin, there to follow up that play, though.
He saved their lives there.
It's a gain of 3 yards.
Curian got 3 and then fumbled. He got to the 20.
The Black Raiders.
Second down and 7. Boy, a couple of Winslow players awfully winded. You can see McCann hand on hips. It is hot. And he has played a lot of football. On second down, McCann gets the give, and he gets swallowed whole there by Mason Courtney.
Nice job there to hit McCann immediately. And he falls forward for a few there, but still, now you're going to make it, 3rd and 6 is what the scoreboard says.
3rd and 6, we'll run with it. 2:10 to go. 14-13 Madison. It has been a grinder.
And then just, I think, to your point about it being hot, the players being tired, as Madison calls timeout, the sun kind of come out, maybe the strongest it's been all day.
Timeout on the field. We'll take a quick one, too. 1:57 left in this one of the fourth quarter. It's Madison 14, Winslow 13. Raiders driving back after this on the score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. Our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
1 minute, 57 seconds left in a crazy, crazy game at Poulin Field in Winslow. Madison on top, 14-13. But Winslow threatening to take the lead. They have a 3rd and 6 at the 18. Madison took the timeout here. So let's see what West Littlefield has Isaiah Costigan run here.
So obviously 4 down territory, obviously. I would expect Curian here to be a decoy, and then you try and fool him and get to him back on 4th.
All right, Costigan sets him down. No decoy. They just hand it off to Curian. Bounces inside. Drilled by Carpenter.
That's why I thought he should be a decoy, because you might have found some other space.
So we got another 4th down. And it's 4th and 5. This could be the game. You got to stop here. Your probability to win is probably over 90% at a timeout called by Winslow. We'll stay here.
That is the 25th carry for Curian, 143 yards, a touchdown, and a fumble loss.
Man, he has had to work hard for it, too. And he's fumbled twice, actually. One fumble recovered by his own teammate, Fortin.
Yeah, and again, just to emphasize as we get to this, we're going to have this 4th down after the timeout. Winslow started 3 for 3 all on their opening drive, which they scored a touchdown on 3rd downs. They are now 4 for 11 on 3rd downs, and they are 1 for 2 on 4ths. This one not.
They better make it 5 of 12, or they're going to lose.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I thought on that play call for that exact reason. I think Madison cheated on Curian. I think, knowing you're going to have 4th down in your back pocket, a decoy there to see if you can find some space like you did with McCann on just a couple handoffs ago.
4th and 5. Winslow at the 17-yard line of Madison. This could be the game. They're going to kick a field goal. Hassan Hobby is going to attempt a 33-yard field goal. So Hobby with an attempt to win the game out of the hold of Liam Fortin. Waiting for Winslow to get set, and they are, and quickly, Danny Mooreshead calls a timeout. Try to ice Hobby here.
Are you surprised by that decision?
Not having seen Winslow play this year, I suspect West Littlefield's got a lot of confidence in Hassan Hobby. I'm assuming this is his first in-game field goal attempt this year. It is. We get confirmation of that. We have seen his leg is good.
Yeah, to your point, Mike, this, I think, like you said, could be, because obviously there's going to be roughly 80 seconds left, a little bit more than that. But I think Madison has burned 2 timeouts.
This will be angled right to left, the ball closer to the right hash than the left. And again, Liam Fortin will hold. The all-important snap from Jacob Garcia. 14-13, Hobby with a 33-yard attempt. The snap is good. The ball is down. The kick is up, and it is good! Hassan Hobby with a 33-yard field goal, and it was good as soon as he hit it.
How about that? You don't see too many at the high school level anymore, but
the
like you said,
kicking game in Maine used to be a lost art. It's coming back a little bit, and Hobby is one of the reasons why.
And how about the response from that home crowd as well?
Hassan Hobby with a 33-yard field goal with 1:27 left.
Here's the first decision. So I believe Madison has burned 2 timeouts, so 1 left. But the first decision Winslow faces, Mike, is what do you do on this kickoff with Donnelly standing back there?
Yeah, do you kick it out of bounds? Do you kick it away from him?
Because Madison, the other thing too, Madison hasn't kicked an extra point. So that to me is a testament of their kicking game.
So Donnelly, who they want to get the ball in his hands, the lone safety back at the 10. And Hobby will kick it off. He's a minute 27 away from being the hero. All right, Hobby lining himself up. There's the whistle. Here we go. Foot into ball. And Donnelly on a skimmed hop at the 12 to the 15 to the 20. Up the middle to the 25 to the 30. Got smacked pretty good and gets to the 32-yard line. Hitting him on special teams was Bryce Whitman, a freshman.
Donnelly, I think, returned a fair amount of punishment on that one, too. But when your teams need extra yards, I think he sought out that punishment a little bit as opposed to trying to outrun him.
Well, if I'm Danny Morissette, I get him on the offense, too. He's not out there for the offense.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Giddings, of course, he's slot left. Winslow getting a late man on the field. First and 10, 32-yard line. Stroud in trouble, and he's going down. The ball's loose. It's recovered by Madison. He took way too long. You got to get rid of that there.
Well, how about that? The late man on the field's the one that got the sack.
Oh, coming in to make the play for Winslow was Eli Overlook.
And shouldn't the clock be running?
I don't know. What are they ruling here?
Did they say he couldn't have spiked it because that had to be a 1-1-1. No way!
That wasn't a pass?
No!
Well, that's a break, though, for Madison because it stops the clock.
I don't agree with that at all.
2nd and 10. They put 1:11 on the clock, so they added 10 seconds. 2nd and 10. They call it an incomplete pass at the 25. Stroud back to throw. Has plenty of time, and we're going to get holding here. Lobs it up. Look who caught it, Giddings, but this will be called back. Giddings made the catch, but as the ball was in the air, the flag came out, and it has been laundry day here at Poulin Field.
Real quick, while they mark this off, and I'll add 10 more yards here, I'm going to show you the quote, incomplete pass again here on our stream, because I don't agree whatsoever. You see the player run in there late and then kind of just slow down, and then he comes off the edge. No one blocks him.
That was Eli Overlook.
No, I don't think so. That was a tuck rule incompletion, apparently, if it was.
Yeah. All right, so 2nd and about 22. Stroud throws it, and it's picked off. Yes, it is. Intercepted by Winslow. Hassan Hobby. He's the man of the day for the Raiders. has kicked the go-ahead field goal and now intercepted a Madison pass. Have a day, Hassan Hobby.
Winslow takes over.
How about that? And that just a bat, one of those passes, I think Stroud's gotten away a little bit, right, with floating a couple out there that have been kind of high risk, high reward, and that one just right to Hobby, who does a nice job not only gathering it up, but immediately hits the deck to make sure I've got this.
Smart play.
Seals the game.
And was there a penalty on the play?
Looks like it.
They move the ball to the 17, and Winslow looks like they're just going to pack it in.
Yeah, I think that looked like a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct, by judging by how far they moved it.
And the Raiders look like they're going to go into victory formation here, as they are all circled around Isaiah Costigan. And he's just going to take a knee. And Winslow is going to win this game.
Number 11, Isaiah Costigan, takes a knee for a loss of 1 yard.
How about that?
Second down and 10.
Madison is just, I mean, they're going to be sick. I mean, the dropped fumble, right, the interception. I mean, both teams made a ton of mistakes, and so one of those games where you're just going to be like, clean up one or two things, and we had it.
Yeah, this is not going to be a pleasant game for them to hear about all week long, and the Winslow Black Raiders are going to go to 2-0. It was not easy. The screws tightened down the stretch, but Winslow gets a field goal by Hassan Hobby with 1:27 to go, and they win it as the final 10 seconds tick off that clock as you see. Final score in this one, the Winslow Black Raiders 16 and the Madison Bulldogs 14. The postgame show is next. This is high school football on The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Are you fed up with high prices at the pump? Do monthly utility bills drain your wallet?
If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Anderson is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Anderson.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
We are back here, Mike Violet, AJ Knight's postgame at Poulin Field in Winslow in a wild affair here this afternoon. The Winslow Black Raiders beat the Madison Bulldogs 16-14. A mistake-filled game, a penalty-filled game, a turnover-filled game, and it literally came down to who made the least amount of mistakes and who made the last mistake. And Winslow, I guess, made less mistakes at the right or wrong time to win this one. They scored first in this game on a 1-yard touchdown run by Liam Fortin. Excuse me, I've got the wrong page. Let's go back in time. It was Matt Curian who scored first in this game on a 6-yard touchdown run. Winslow won the coin toss, took the ball, went 61 yards for a touchdown. Hobby with the extra point. He became a huge factor in this game later on. 7-0 Winslow. The ensuing kickoff, Brian Donnelly returned it 82 yards to the 9-yard line of Winslow, and the Madison offense proceeded to go in the wrong direction, committing a bunch of penalties and so forth, ended up back beyond their 30-yard line, turned it over on downs and couldn't do anything with it. But finally, Pablo Giddings, who we saw could be a playmaker all first half long, broke one, a little flip pass in the flat. He broke it for a 29-yard touchdown run. Brian Carpenter, I can't remember his first name. The running back Colby Carpenter, running in for the 2-point conversion. 8-7 Madison at that point. And it stayed 8-7 until Winslow went back in front. Liam Fortin with that 1-yard touchdown run. That came in the third quarter. The 2-point pass attempt was no good. In fact, they never even got it off. But Winslow had the lead 13-8. However, Madison was not done. Brody Strout, a 20-yard pass to Jaden Horton. The 2-point run attempt was no good, but Madison was in the lead 14-13, but they left too much time on the clock. Winslow able to get the ball back, drive the ball down the field, and within the last 2 minutes, they got it down deep enough to attempt a field goal by Hassan Hobby, a 33-yard attempt, and he drilled it with 1:27 to go. That gave Winslow a lead they would not give up, 16-14. Madison did get another chance with the ball, but did absolutely nothing with that. Turnovers, mistakes, etc., etc.
I mean, in all the highlights, right? Mike covers the all the touchdowns or all the scores, and you see the interception here by Hobby, who kicked that field goal to basically seal the game. for Madison. But the thing that Mike doesn't cover is there's kick returns, there's turnovers. I mean, you're going to have to find the score and then, of course, listen to the opening drive Monday because there's a lot of stuff Mike didn't get to there, and even the stats I don't think paint the picture.
No, they don't. It's just, an absolutely as crazy a game as I've seen in a long time. Some of it good, some of it bad. I think two football teams struggling to find their identity here in the early part of the season. You got some numbers, Mr. Knight?
Yeah, for Madison, Stroud, I thought, at times played really well. Fortunately, finishes 12 for 20, 146 yards, touchdown, 2 interceptions. And then, again, the team struggled to run the ball. Madison as a team, 18 total rushes, 15 total yards. And the Giddings, who you talked about, he scored the touchdown, 5 catches, 78 yards, touchdown. A highlight I'm sure you'll see on our Facebook and Mike will talk about. Fumble loss. Nobody touched him.
No.
And it's just mistakes, again. 1 for 9 on third downs, 1 for 7 on fourth downs. And then here's the big one. 14 penalties, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns negated by 2 of those penalties as well.
Yeah.
One defense and 1 offensively. On the other side for Winslow, their quarterbacks combined 1 for 5, 4 yards, 1 interception. And then Matt Kirion, hard to argue. I think the co-player of the day, obviously, with the kicker making the interception, the field goal, but 25 rushes, 143 yards, touchdown with a fumble loss. Also had another one he put down on the grass, and underrated play of the game as well. Fortin dove on that. He finished 18 rushes, 38 yards. The big numbers here that help paint the picture for why Winslow may be able to pull this off. 6 penalties, 40 yards, 4 for 11 on third down, though they were 3 for 3 on their opening drive, 1 for 2 on fourth down. But they finished with 3 total turnovers. Madison finished with 3 total turnovers.
So a tie there, and obviously with a 16-14 final score for Winslow, there's not much to choose between these two teams, and a heartbreaking loss for Madison, that a team that got whacked in the opener by a score 46-0 by Poland. So just a bitter, bitter loss here for sure. But I do think there's something to build on here. There are some playmakers here. They've got to get things tightened up in the backfield with their quarterback and his play. They've got to have people going the right way more often, and he's got to tighten up his throws.
Yeah, some more zip on the throws I think would definitely be an aid there, but the penalties. I think you could argue, obviously, turnovers. Both teams had 3. Obviously, Stroud's gets magnified, I think, a little bit because it's basically their last offensive play. But again, if you take away whatever the weird one was, we couldn't figure it out on the Giddings first, what would have been the first touchdown, that's 6 points, or the pick 6, an unnecessary block in the back because Cornforth was 10 yards in front of anyone in a black jersey. You remove that's 6 points.
Madison should have won this game. That's the way it's always going to be, I think. Monday, we're right back at it with high school field hockey. We're up in Newport as Lincoln Academy takes on Nokomis. Game time, 4 o'clock. AJ and I with the call. Live audio and video coverage at 1160thescore.com and centralmainsports.com is always brought to you by Central Maine Community College in Auburn. So that's going to do it for us here today. From Jerry Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow, for AJ Knight, I'm Mike Violet saying so long. Our final score here today, the Winslow Black Raiders 16. And the Madison Bulldogs 14.
This high school sports presentation on the place for local sports, The Score, has been brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors, Hammond Lumber Company, Midstate Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, PJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Joseph's Market, the Harry J. Smith Company, and by Computer Improvements. For all your local sports action, keep it right here on the place for local sports, The Score.